Yes, we're back. And this time around for the last and final game, the biggest of all, the best game, the most anticipated final at this jam-packed Summer Candle Sports Complex in Painesville. And of course, thousands of Liberians from across the country have all trooped in here in their numbers to support their respective counties, particularly LOFA, with the highest number of supporters in the stands. In a moment from now, we'll run through the pre-match formalities with players from the two teams coming on the pitch to warm up. And you see a huge standout, huge number of Liberians that stay out there trying to make their way in here. But this place is jammed to capacity, so there is no way someone from out there is going to be allowed in here again. Security apparatus are doing all they can to ensure that we don't have anything to injure people here, to make sure that they put in all of the safety measures, because there are thousands of Liberians stay out there who are trying to make their way in. When the gates are already filled, the seats are already filled, the VIP, they get 10, they get 15, they get 16, and you name the rest of it. They are all jammed to capacity, so definitely no one is going to be allowed in here again. So all you have to do is just to sit and watch the game via KMTV. Tell that relative who hasn't made their way through to enter, let them just stay out, or perhaps trying to make their way from service to the stadium here, let them just stay home and watch the game on KMTV, or perhaps follow other local radio stations. So at the moment, our attentions are now drawn to the grand finale in this beautiful city of Pinsville, the largest city in Liberia for that matter, with huge number of inhabitants. At the moment, Pinsville City is the center of attraction, where the country's biggest sporting festival, the National County Sports Meet, is ongoing. So, Eric Tompot of NIMBA County in the goalkeeping position have had quite a decent tournament. 2 clean sheets. Yes, they didn't have a very good run in the preliminaries, but now this is the quarterfinal, semi-final, and final stage. And he played 5 games, conceded 6 goals, keeping 2 clean sheets. I mean, it's going to be quite a difficult one to maintain a clean sheet within the grand final. Likewise, Nova County, Vina Smith, who plays for Freeport FC in the National First Division League. 5 games, conceded 4 goals, the same number of clean sheets. So the both goalkeepers have maintained 2 clean sheets, or have kept 2 clean sheets out of 5 games, conceding 4 goals. And the star player for NIMBA County is definitely Azedewe. 2 goals, 3 assists, and one of it is that lone goal in the semi-final that saw NIMBA progress to the grand final against Mike Gibby. So Azedewe is definitely the man to watch out for. And as for LOFA County, James Tappet of Tunin FC, one-time MVP of the National County Sports Meet, with 5 goals, 2 assists, is up for another challenge. Now Adam of Brown County has increased his goal tally to 6 in the Golden Boots race. So James Tappet would have to step up to ensure that he scores additional goals into this game if he ought to win the Golden Boot. And the third vice president of the Liberia Football Association, Madam Judy Rest Seaton, is serving as match commissioner in this all-important grand final. And the chief patron of sports, dressed up in all white, along with his entourage, are now moving on to the pitch to greet the players. The finalists of this year's edition of the National County Sports Meet, the country's biggest sporting festival. Opilando Kekula, captain of LOFA County, will now reach out to the president and his team as they greet the Lofians. So we stay into pre-match formalities here. President George Weah, chief patron of sports, greeting the players, the Lofians. See the smile in the face of James Tappet. It's the grand final. It definitely promises to be a fascinating one, an entertaining one. Vina Smith putting out a very serious face there. Mr. President, hurry up. I want to get on the pitch. We want to win this team and get out of here quickly. Perhaps that's his thoughts. President, along with his team, Foreign Minister, LOFA County Senator, NIMBA County Representative, now greeting the players of NIMBA County. Joseph Mento, who plays for NIMBA Kwado. I tell you what, this place is jam-packed. So keep watching KMTV to get the best of actions live from the SKD in this all-important final. The much anticipated game, the most talked about. If you smile in the face of NIMBA County Captain Azedewie. So the president, along with his team, will now stand as we prepare for the national anthem of Liberia. The calm before the storm. After all these formalities, we're going to be rolling definitely into actions. And there goes the national anthem. There you have it, the national anthem of the Republic of Liberia. The players are now all shaking hands as the chief patron of sports prepares to do the kickoff for this final. Did a kickoff for the first quarterfinal match. And here he is again, awaiting the players. Georgina Morris, a very good referee, one of those uprising referees in the Liberia Football Referees Association. Very authoritative, is in charge of this match. Opilano Kekula and Azedewie both play in the Orange First Division League. Opilano Kekula, captain of LOFA County, currently plays for CC United as a defender, while Azedewie, an experienced player when it comes to county meet, currently plays for Muscat FC, one of the top performing teams in the Orange First Division League this season. And both are captaining their counties here. Opilano Kekula won the county meet the last time, and the very first time LOFA County won it. And as they will also guarded the NIMBAians as they won the title last year and are up for a defense here today. They count with the best defensive record when it comes to defending their title. Chief Patron of Sports in all white. They do the kickoff in a moment from now. This is KMTV coming to you live from the SKD Sports Complex. And this broadcast is proudly sponsored by Winners Incorporated, Liberia's premier sports betting company. Making sure that we bring you this live broadcast from the SKD. Stadium that continues, that is currently capturing the best moment in the country for now, where Liberians all across the globe are all tuned in to KMTV and other online TV stations, LNTV as well, as they await the actions on the pitch. So the teams are still doing their lineup as they await the president to do the kickoff. So wherever you're joining our broadcast from, we'd like to say once again welcome and thanks for following the live broadcast. Thanks for always tuning in to KMTV. Don't forget to download the KMTV app on your iPhone for now, and you'll also be able to later download it on your Android phone. This is KMTV, the home of creativity. Continue to follow us as we bring you the actions. And there goes the official kickoff done by the Chief Patron of Sports, the football legend, President George Manenwia. So both teams are observing a moment of silence.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So the Chief Patron of Sports will now take his seat as we move on to the page for the actions that we have all anticipated here. So this is KMTV. Shortly I will be joined by the lead commentator Nathaniel Tukwa. My name is Anthony Kuko, your co-commentator here on this broadcast. Together we are going to be bringing you a description of the actions as they unfold on the pitch. NIMBA County up against LOFA County. Eric Tewon in the goalpost for NIMBA County. Joseph Mentor, Nelson, Naomi, Cover Moba. Someone will wonder why Lomame is playing for NIMBA. Amara Kamara all in the defense of NIMBA County. Josiah C. Azedewe, Malu Johnson in the midfield for NIMBA County, while Terry Wonzon, Haji Samuka, and Emmanuel Siet, both youthful players of the Liberian 17 national team, made up the attack for NIMBA County. Venus Smith of Freeport FC in the goalpost for LOFA County. Opulano Kekula, Pascal Harris, Lawrence Johnson, Brown, all in the defense for LOFA County. Ibrahim Kiazulu, Lawrence Umet, Piri Roberts, Alberto K. Suare in the midfield for LOFA. James Tappet and Jeremiah Johnson will lead the attack for LOFA County in this all-important final. The camp before the storm. And then moment from now, the storm will begin. And there goes the whistle by Reverend Giorgino in this all-important grand final. And my league commentator Nathaniel Tukwa to take over.
Thank you so much, Anthony. And of course, a unique atmosphere here at the Samuel Kayado Sports Complex. The much anticipated and the long awaited. It's right here, 90 minutes. That seems to be a lifetime. It's right before your eyes. And this is KMTV Liberia. Nathaniel Success Topa here on the talking duty. And Anthony Kokwe, an award-winning Liberian football journalist, is going to be our top analyst here. And of course, Marian Gabla is also here, providing us the statistics as we run up here. So NIMBA County, the defending champions, keep their grips tight on the trophy, hoping to have the history repeated. No county has defended the title compared to what NIMBA County has done. This is their 11th final, having won it 5 times in their previous 10 finals. And just stepping turns around, gets a strike. A very terrible turning around, a great strike from James Tapper. Anthony.
That was a great strike, and LOFA County starting on a very good footing here, making sure that they increase their attack. Hope they continue, because this is the final, this is the game. So once you have those kind of chances, you have to utilize it. But James Tapper was caught in an offside position, and that was a brilliant strike for him.
Very brilliant. James Tapper will need to score twice if he must win the golden shoe. Earlier, Adam Kongwe of Bone County increased his tally to 6, having scored 2 goals for Bone County in the 3rd place final against Magibi. He also missed a penalty that should have put him 2 goals clear ahead of James Tapper. Brown Tomosiaya will take the free kick here for LOFA County, the first of this match. A long delivery. He's looking for Jeremiah Johnson, headed away, and Jeremiah gets a strike again, right in the palms of goalkeeper Eric Tiawan. LOFA County, a very fiery start for them in the opening period here. Good shots twice coming close to breaking through the net, but it's goalkeeper Eric Tiawan and an off target that still keeps NIMBA defense or net safe from any intrusion. NIMBA County, Isaac Dewie, beautiful. Terry Wanson looking for Emmanuel Sie. There was a foul against Lawrence Kume. He scored the last goal in LOFA County's 3-1 win over Bone County in the semi-final right here on Wednesday night. LOFA County, the 4th final for them in the competition. They went to their first final in 1986, being beaten by Sino County, though it was a bit controversial. In fact, there were reports that there was some match fixing, where a huge number of the technical team of LOFA County were being blamed for being involved into that. Many years later, LOFA County returned to the podium in the final in 2004, again losing the title to Bapolu County, that a lot of people count to be just a baby county to LOFA. They kept the hope alive, and in 2021 they were able to, for the first time, get hold of the title. Here they are again into another final against NIMBA County, who has always been with the reputation of retaining the title. NIMBA County, Malu Johnson, great clearance from the LOFA County captain Opilendo Kekwile. He plays for CC United, a debutant in the Liberia First Division. They are also champions of the second division, though he wasn't with them when they won the second division title last season. He was with Heavy 11 and took transfer after the team has gained promotion to the Liberian top flight. But you saw a very great stop from him, Anthony.
Yep, Oblano Kekula is a very good defender, a very good stopper when it comes to playing his defensive role. He did that with Heavy 11 and saw them winning the league title, and he eventually got a transfer to CC United and also helped LOFA County to win their first ever National County Sports Meet. And this is another game up against Creative Crackers and Emmanuel Seed, a very youthful attacker. You might see him and maybe consider him as a very young kid who is perhaps small for this game, but I mean, he has all of the ideas, all of the techniques of what it takes as a scracker. I mean, we saw that go in the quarterfinal for him when he struck from outside the 18, so you don't have to overlook him. And I think Haji Samuka and Azed Dewi starting with in the middle for NIMBA, I mean, that's a very good decision by the coach Munta Fufana, because these are two creative people. So once you have a very good attacker, you need to have creative playmakers who will set them up as always.
LOFA County, another free kick is here. There goes the delivery. This one very easy for goalkeeper Eric Tiawan to just have it handled. On two occasions in the tournament, NIMBA County have gone on to retain the title. In 1978 and 1979, in 2010 and 2011. And having won it last year, they are also here to repeat such a very fine feat in the tournament. The first time that two counties are meeting here in the grand final of the National County Sports Meet. Great play here. James Tapper is making a run. Jeremiah Johnson is in. Tapper strikes! And to will work right on the angle of the crossbar. A brilliant run from James Tapper. Great strike from him. Keeps making the threatening runs. James Tapper really living up to the occasion here. Keeps sending signal to the NIMBA County defenders that they have to keep an eye on him. Great runs, great strikes, and of course he's yet unlucky to get the target.
I mean, obviously the two teams' defense will have to work very hard, because the fact that you have Emmanuel C, who is up front for NIMBA County, likewise you have LOFA County James Tapper and Jeremiah Johnson. Jeremiah Johnson is very good when it comes to height. He has that advantage. So all of the balls in the air, it puts NIMBA County defenders in a difficult position to tackle him, while James Tapper, a very skillful player who has that shot power in both his legs. So, I mean, the two teams' defense will have to work very hard. The two teams have a good attacking front. Likewise, the midfield, I think NIMBA County have two creative midfielders compared to LOFA County. So most of those true balls will come from NIMBA County, and LOFA County defense will just have to work harder. Likewise, NIMBA County as well, because to maintain James Tapper and also maintain Jeremiah Johnson from the air is going to be a very difficult one. It's a challenging moment for them. So let's see what happens in the coming minutes.
9 minutes have gone, and referee Georgino Morris has just given his first yellow card here, and of course against NIMBA County. Earlier, the LOFA County kickball team defeated NIMBA to retain their county made title, the second in the history, and a back-to-back titles for them. A really great success. NIMBA County, Emmanuel C. Beautiful. That's been defended away by Lawrence Johnson. Just giving a throw-in opportunity to NIMBA County, where they have to take it all the way deep in the half of LOFA. You can see an eagerly waiting NIMBA County attackers, and the header comes there. Beautiful from Emmanuel C. Just went wide again. It's just 16-year-old Emmanuel C. He's already scored 3 times in this tournament, provided 3 assists. That's 2 assists as well. And I think that's a remarkable achievement for a lad of his age.
I mean, a very remarkable one. A young kid who started his football career at the Lee Modular Football Academy. An academy that just started up with 15 players who did. Some had a little bit of skill, some didn't know how to play football, but went on to grow up. And they have 100+ student athletes at the moment. And looking at Emmanuel C. and his colleague Ahaji Samuka, who are both playing for NIMBA County in his national county sports meet, I mean, that's a very huge achievement for him. And as a young kid, looking at him, his performance so far in the tournament, I mean, not many would have expected him to put out such a performance, because this is a tournament where perhaps other things that only older and experienced players who have played in national county sports meet or other top leagues in Liberia will be able to play and perform better. But looking at Emmanuel C. going up against Obilano Kekula, jumping up to get that head up, scoring 3 goals and providing 2 assists so far in the tournament, I mean, that's very impressive of him.
As a Dewiye. Alhaji Samukai was it, looking for Malo Johnson. A beautiful work there in the defense for LOFA County. Emmanuel C. again face to face. He goes to Tomosia. Still here, C. Gets a low cross. Beautifully intercepted by Kekule. Wrong pass from Kekule. Could be trouble here. Amara Kamara now for NIMBA. Sends it back for Laomi. Laomi was looking for Emmanuel C. but just a poor calculation from the LOFA County, that's the NIMBA County wing back, Nelson Laomi. And so we are having this game live from the Alternative Youth Radio there in Zozo, LOFA County. The first corner kick comes here for NIMBA County. Lawrence Kume down. And he will obviously need attention from the medical team. So the play is restarted, and of course NIMBA County with the opportunity to be taken from the corner. Samukai alongside Dewiye. Dewiye crosses. Malo Johnson has it over the crossbar again, and leaving Vina Smith with no worries. So they now remain the only county with no single defeat, 5 straight wins from all of the games that were available for them in the tournament so far. LOFA County. James Tappe making a very brilliant run. James Tappe with a cross here, looking for Rabos. A strike from outside the box. I think that was a little bit poor from Lawrence Johnson. Dewie. Josiah C. Now for Terry Wonzon. Wonzon will go into challenge with Lawrence Johnson. Wonzon beautifully intercepted. Still here, NIMBA County. Pass there from Haji Samukai. Emmanuel C. Personal control gets across. Obilendo Kekulas in the way. Emmanuel C. again. Just great fight from the NIMBA County attacker Emmanuel C. Went for the first time, could not go through, still got it back and got a try for himself. Just going wide on the low end of the post. But an early substitution is here for LOFA County. And they are introducing Rudolph Kemokai. LOFA County, PB Rabos. Jim Stappers are waiting it. Rabos. Eric Tiawan gets it. Good work from Eric Tiawan. Here is now Isaac Dewie. The possession onto NIMBA County. Dewie. Samukai. Samukai looking for Wonzon. He wins it. Josiah C. Terry Wonzon gets it back. Onto C again. Open save for Isaac Dewie. James Tapper now wins it for LOFA County. Lawrence Kume. A handball there by Josiah C. Right in the middle of the park. Two players with the same number on the jersey. Of course, going into the contest for the ball. But it was NIMBA County's Josiah C. who committed a handball. Of course, that is unlawful. PB Rabos strikes from outside. Punch away by Eric Tiawan. And LOFA County also have their first corner kick. Good strike from PB Rabos outside of the box there.
Yep, that was a good strike, and the goalkeeper did well to ensure that he get his hand on that ball and make sure that it goes out of the goal post, because he just can't overlook such a ball, maybe thinking that it's going to go out, but the corner goes in. Let's see. And it's a head up.
Header is there.
Pascal!
Big opener for Pascal Harris here. LOFA County take an early lead with just 17 minutes. The Wologisi Lions have broken the net open here to take the lead against defending champion NIMBA County. And it is Pascal Harris, a native of NIMBA County, who has scored the opener for LOFA County here. Beautifully he put it through. LOFA County now take the lead. One and evenly here for Pascal Harris. He was here with NIMBA County against Bapolu in the final last year. Great goal, great opener. LOFA County hit the ground running, no stopping for them.
Great goal, and rewarding one for LOFA County. Pascal was left totally on mark in the 18-yard box. Perhaps NIMBA County defenders' attention was switched to Johnson, Jeremiah Johnson, who has that height, and perhaps many thought that he was the one. And you can see that he traveled way in the air to head the ball, but it wasn't actually Jeremiah Johnson who the ball was going to, as Pee Wee was left on mark, and then Pascal was left on mark at the end of the day. He easily headed in that ball, giving the goalkeeper no chance at all. I mean, left on mark completely. Everyone's attention was on Jeremiah Johnson.
I'll tell you, Pascal Harris with a big opener here. He just put LOFA County in the lead with a thorough header from inside the 6-yard box. Here is now James Tapper for LOFA County. He gives it for Brown Tomotaya. Beautiful run there for LOFA County. Alberto Suare. Now NIMBA wins it back. Josiah C. He's dispossessed. PB Rabos. Rabos making a run. He's challenged. LOFA County. Jeremiah Johnson looking for PB Rabos. Beautifully been cleared away by Nelson Laumi. It's a very brutal start for LOFA County so far.
A very good start for them. Taking up the attacking challenge in the opening game, making changes or making attacks. And then at the end of the day, those attacks, they converted those chances. 1 of 8 into a goal to Pascal. And NIMBA counter defense and the attack, the Mayfield, all now have a work to do to ensure that they get an equalizer. I think what best they need to do is to just give the ball to Azedewe and Ahadi Samuka. Those are two creative players in the middle of the park. So once you give them the ball, they know exactly how to distribute the ball. So you just have to give them the ball and create those space, and you will get the result from it.
Interestingly, NIMBA County has never come from behind so far in the tournament this year to win a match. They were left behind against LOFA in the opening group game, and LOFA County went on to win that match 2-1. Isaac Dewie delivers easily by Venus Smith, the LOFA County goalkeeper. He has kept 2 clean sheets so far in 5 matches for LOFA County. Conceded just 3 goals. Josephus Mato. A long kick for Mato, but just good to be a throw in for LOFA County. Brown Tomosiaya will take a throw for LOFA County here. An early roar from the Rologisi Lions, who trying to devour the conquerors of NIMBA. Lawrence Johnson, now Pee Wee Rabos. Face to face he goes with Laumi. Pee Wee Rabos posted through. Josiah C intercepts. Now found Alhaji Samuka. Samuka opens it for Isaac Dewie. Could not get it. Now LOFA County, James Tarpe. Still here, James Tarpe gets across. That's just a free ball. Terry Wilson now has it. And NIMBA County will take the attack towards the opposite end of the pitch. Beautiful run from James Tarpe. But the end result was not what was expected. I think that was a poor calculation from the LOFA County talisman.
I think he needs to improve on his delivering of crosses, because each time he gets the ball, he makes those brilliant runs down. But unfortunately, whenever he tries to get in the cross, he doesn't look exactly where Jeremiah Johnson is. Jeremiah Johnson has that advantage with the height, so each time he tries to place the ball, he always sends it across and not meeting enough his teammates.
Terry Watson making a run in the box there. Look, NIMBA County. And let's see a strike from outside. Josiah C. Terry Watson. Great fight from him. Josiah C. came with a streamer, but just went off the target again. And you can see how eager, how desperate they are to find an equalizer, because they are aware that LOFA County are certainly an easy opponent that you can face, especially in a contest of such. Jeremiah Johnson goes to steal the ball away from Nelson Laumi, and he will get a throw in the end. The goal scorer, Pascal Harry, takes it. Lawrence Johnson with a long cross here. James Tarpe puts it under control. Tarpe. Cover Moba will definitely have to be careful. Tarpe gets it back to Tomosiaya. A long one from Tomosiaya. Just force goalkeeper Eric to get a very long jump in order to get hold of that. Rudolph Kemukai, he's dispossessed. Josiah C. Alhaji Samukai. Now to Terry Wonson. Beautifully sent out for Johnson. Just pushing that one to safety. But you're not seeing the corresponding passes in the NIMBA County midfield. Most of the passes have been so poor like that, especially in the opening minutes as we've seen so far in this half.
Well, I mean, again, like I said, they just have the choice as a Dewi and Haji Samuka. Those are the two people who have what it takes to give those true balls and creative passes. So whenever you give them the ball, create a space and open up for it, because you just can't stand to the same position.
NIMBA County coming close again. Emmanuel C. keeps putting the effort. Was just already falling, so the header was nothing to worry about for Vina Smith. That cross coming from Nelson Laumi.
Yet he was in a good position and he was already on his way down when the ball arrived, so he couldn't get his head onto it better. But like I said, NIMBA is not giving up, and LOFA won't have to be complacent with the goal score so far. I mean, NIMBA County do have creative midfielders, and one of those true balls could hold any moment if LOFA defense don't pay keen attention to Ahaji Samuka and Azid Dewi, because once Emmanuel Suye gets it, trust me, he's going to utilize those opportunities. He's very good at it, a young player, skillful, and has that energy and strength of what it takes to be an attacker, and he won't miss out on utilizing those opportunities or those chances when he gets it.
Corner kick once again for LOFA County. They have just gotten the opener from a corner kick, and Pascal Harris, who got the opener, is there in the area again. But I'm pretty sure this time around, the NIMBA County defenders will have to do everything to keep an eye on him. The delivery is up. Still there for LOFA County. This time they will have a throw in to take. A long throw is there. The whistle sound goes, and of course there was a foul committed, and of course a free kick now for NIMBA County. Here is Kova Moluba. Isaac Dewi looking for support, and he has one from Amara. That's Koloba Kamara now. Pee Wee Rabos. Foul. Josiah C. He definitely has to be careful. Pee Wee Rabos has been one of the very bright talents in the tournament so far. His attacking prowess, good speed and agility from him. Nelson Laumi there for NIMBA County. Another very poor pass coming from Nelson Laumi, just wasting the opportunity. And we're now closely moving towards the first half hour mark in this contest. Nelson Laumi goes into the challenge with Jeremiah Johnson. Johnson wins it. LOFA County. Here is Lawrence Kume. Rabos. Kume back. Still there, Lawrence Kume. He's been heavily marked. Beautifully, he survived. Now cover mobile wins it for NIMBA County. Alhaji Samukai takes a low one. He was looking for Emmanuel Sie, but was just misdirected to goalkeeper Vina Smith of LOFA County. Soiree Pee-wee. It is just one last laugh for the two counties here. LOFA were the reason for NIMBA County reaching or surviving from the preliminary rounds of the tournament after beating Bomi County in their closing group match, a contest which Bomi just needed a draw, but LOFA came out heavily to win 3-0, with NIMBA also winning 2-0 on the other end. Isaac Dewey, he's been verbally warned by the referee, and you can see in the stands the NIMBA County hierarchies, some members of the parliament. But you see the beauty of the national county sports meet. It brings everybody together, irrespective of political differences. So you can see the NIMBA County lawmaker seated with the LOFA lawmaker Lawrence Strack. Nothing there from Lawrence Kume. But you see Kume, he always, once he's around the 18-yard box, looking for the space for himself, looking for a chance to get it through. Though the shot keeps going off target, but he kept doing the same try and got a goal against Bone County on Wednesday night here in the quarterfinals, that's the semifinals.
Yep, he keeps utilizing those chances whenever he has the space to shoot from outside the 18. And definitely the fact that it went in before, there's still a possibility that he tried to send in similar strike from outside the 18 and get a goal. So that's something that NIMBA will also have to take into consideration. Not all of the balls will go to James Tappet, not all of the balls will be sent in as a cross. So there's a possibility. Now Emmanuel see it.
Hey, let's see!
It's a goal! Emmanuel see it.
Just great, wonderful, very, very beautiful. NIMBA County with the equalizer, and that brilliant fight, a great goal from the youngster Emmanuel Sie, who has once again rescued NIMBA County. He's now scored his fourth in the tournament. 16-year-old Emmanuel Sie.
I mean, now that I told you, all you have to do is just to get those balls up front for Emmanuel Sie, and he knows exactly what to do as a striker. I mean, this kid is very young and talented, very smart, very forceful. I mean, he has all of what it takes to convert those chances. So all you have to do is just to give him the ball up front. He's going to definitely utilize it and get the goal. And we saw it. That was a clear one-on-one chance. And he, took his own time against Obilando Kekula with no fear, no worry, no stress. And he safely landed that ball into the back of the net to find an equalizer for NIMBA County. I mean, this shows that the future of our football is very bright. Emmanuel Sie, Ahadi Samukai, other U17 players who have also had the opportunity to feature for their respective counties in this county meet have proven to be good team of players, and the Labrador Under 17 and other prospects. It shows that we do have a good future when it comes to football. Emmanuel Sie is one example that many are going to earmark or earmark from this tournament, and they will always be doing a follow-up to know exactly his progress.
Emmanuel Sie is on another run there. Again, he's heavily challenged by Opilando Kekule, and of course, good run from him. As a Dewey has it now, gets across Terry Wanson, and let's see NIMBA County. Beautiful there from Malu Johnson. A great volley coming from Isaac Dewey, the cross. Malu Johnson tries to get an overhead kick.
I mean, look at Emmanuel Sie going up against Obulano Kekula, such an experienced defender.
And a great confidence from him.
Yeah, great confidence. Not even having any fear or anything. Perhaps this guy is taller than me. He's going to give me a tough time. But whenever he gets the ball, he's focused, making sure that he do all he can to either get his ball to his teammate and create space for himself. I mean, he's a great talent, a great kid, and definitely he's someone to definitely watch.
A very great strike from Emmanuel Sie. Just putting NIMBA County back in it. Having gone down to a 1-0 defeat earlier in the match to LOFA County. It is Emmanuel Sie who has restored hope onto NIMBAians here at the Samuel Canado Sports Complex in this all-important grand final match of the 2022 and 2023 National County Sports Meet. We are here on KMTV Liberia, and of course live on Voice of Gompa there in Gompa City, NIMBA County. NIMBA County as a deal with delivers, and a punch away by the goalkeeper, but it's still there. The whistle sound goes to reduce the pressure on LOFA County.
NIMBA County have definitely picking up their rhythm. LOFA County got an early lead, perhaps they were a bit relaxed instead of doubling that lead to get better advantage. But I mean, NIMBA County, I knew definitely wasn't just that lone goal that was going to put in our sleep, and they did all they could. Thanks to Emmanuel Sie for that brilliant goal. Great confidence, great talent, kept his composure, brilliantly break that ball one-on-one, and perfectly placed that ball into the bottom corner of the net, giving goalkeeper Venus Smith no chance at all. A great talent, Emmanuel Sie, announcing himself here on the bigger stage.
So the SKD Stadium is very, very crowded. Isaac Dewey still sit. There could be trouble here. NIMBA County. Great save from Venus Smith. But there'll still be goal kick there for LOFA County. The coordination between Isaac Dewey and Emmanuel Sie seems to be paying off for NIMBA at the moment.
Definitely. I mean,
Dewey again. Malo Johnson with that brilliant turnaround. He tries to get some icy finish for himself, but he just traveled on the wide side of the goal. So we have 8 minutes plus the first half stoppage time left to go. And we have NIMBA County and LOFA leveled on 1-1 here. Pascal Harris got the opener for LOFA County, and of course Emmanuel Sie got an equalizer beautifully for NIMBA County. Emmanuel, that's Malo Johnson. Still there, NIMBA County. Malo Johnson. Great work in the defense by Pascal Harris for LOFA County. That was a terrible pass and great interception for the NIMBA County captain Isaac Dewey. Here is Ahaji Samuka now. Samuka. Mutar Fofana, the NIMBA County coach, into his 4th final with NIMBA County, and they are 11th in the county history. He's won just one of his last 3 finals. He's gone with NIMBA County. Lost to Grand Basso in the 2013 and 2014 county mid-final. Lost to Grand Cru in a disrupted final in the 2019 and 2020 final. And then won it against Bapolo in the 2021 and 2022 final. NIMBA County still locking here. Josiah C. Foul, and it's against Josiah C. But we'll have the play to be halted with Josiah C. and Pee Wee Rabos lying in pain on the floor after going to that clash with the head. Still, we understand still here to give space for the medical team to do their work. Ensure that both players get back up. Josiah C for NIMBA County. Also, Alhaji Samukai was on the floor as well. They are all up now. Pee Wee Rabos for LOFA, Josiah C and Alhaji Samukai for NIMBA County. The play will be restarted. A free kick for LOFA. Soare. Pascal Harris. Looking for Jeremiah Johnson. Terry Wanzon, who's playing in the stead of Mohamed Keita, who was shown a double yellow card, resulting to a red card in the semi-final against Magebe County on Wednesday. Isaac Day with a sluggish pass from the NIMBA County captain, Lawrence Kume, now for LOFA County. Found Lawrence Johnson. Johnson was looking for Jeremiah Johnson, but was greatly intercepted. Nelson Laumi, Terry Wanzon now. Also looking for Malu Johnson. Opilendo Kekule was in the way. It has been a first half of beautiful exchanges so far between both counties. You've seen a very tactical football being played. Lawrence Kume, Pee Wee Rabos. Pee Wee Rabos back to Kume. Great work from Josiah C. Now wins the attack for NIMBA County. C. Emmanuel Johnson, Opilendo Kekule with the clearance. Just taking it from the dangerous area. He knows how dangerous and how terrible Emmanuel C. can be.
I mean, he now has an assignment to continuously mark Emmanuel C. even on or off the ball, because once you give the kid a chance, he's definitely going to get a goal. So Opilando Kekula is leaving those two unturned. Everywhere Emmanuel C. goes, he's at his back, ensuring that he doesn't touch it, but that's something he has to do very properly, because once you miss out, Emmanuel C. is definitely going to correct you for missing out on it. And definitely, NIMBA will again get a goal. So Opilando Kekula now has an assignment. I mean, someone would think that assignment is very easy for him. This is a kid who
Not really.
yeah, someone would think it's easy for him because this is a kid that plays in the Montclair Sub-Community League. They just got a promotion, still plays on an academy team, 16 years old, playing in the county meet. So you would think it's easy, but that kid is very talented. So all you have to do is to stick on him, ensure that he doesn't put himself in a comfortable position with the ball, because whenever he does that, he always creates a space for himself to shoot on goal.
So the question still remains whether the National County Made Trophy will be heading to the Wologisi Mountain top or will be going to the peak of the NIMBA Mountain there in Yikepa. Defending champions adamant on retaining the title, and ahead of there, wonderful goal! Emmanuel Siegi, he has gotten a double. NIMBA County now take the lead. What a classical header there from Emmanuel Siegi to put NIMBA County in the lead, 2-1 on the score sheet, and it is in favor of the defending champions, NIMBA County. Emmanuel Siegi, okay to look out for, or class to see. Beautiful for him.
I mean, as I was saying, Opilando Kekula has an assignment, but he forgot his assignment. He left his marksman unmarked and went and stood in the goalpost, definitely leaving Emmanuel C. unmarked. And I mean, look at the kid, just by his short height, he has all of what it takes as a striker, and this kid was able to jump in the air and head in, beautifully head in that ball, giving NIMBA County the lead for the first time. Emmanuel C. I mean, this kid, I mean, it's difficult to describe him. He's very talented, and it's very difficult to describe the quality he has as a striker.
And you will never stop NIMBAians from celebrating. It is a big turnaround here just before we go for the first half break. Coming from one goal behind, and now the lead 2-1 against LOFA County. This is what the champions are noted for.
I mean, he was definitely left on back, doesn't making his way, running through, looking at the ball directly, and he jumps, has it in perfectly. He was definitely left on back. I don't know why Obilano Kekula will forget his assignment. That's the kid right back there, freely moving, looking at the ball as it comes in, making his way through, and he jumped freely with no hindrance, no one marking him at all.
Emmanuel CA, if you have a name to call tonight, it definitely got to be Emmanuel CA. The boy who is living right to the occasion here. Twice he has rescued NIMBA County here. Earlier he found an equalizer for NIMBA after Pascal Harrit has put LOFA County 1-0 up in the 18th minute of play. Emmanuel CA got the equalizer and he has now put NIMBA County in the lead for the first time here tonight, leaving LOFA County with a bit of mountain to climb so far. That is just a good response from the defending champions. You couldn't wait for any other response than what we are seeing here right now. And you wouldn't need any other player to do that. But you've got an Emmanuel CA that you can look out to. He scored a double against Bomi County in NIMBA County's second group game on the 21st of December at the Von German Stadium. In the match, they draw 2-2 to Bomi County. And he has gotten a double already against LOFA. Here is now 5 goals for him. So he has put himself in the top scorer race right here in the final, scoring twice. Can he go on to win a hat-trick? That is the question. But you sometimes ask yourself, is it truly that this kid is doing this thing? Yes, he is just 16 and he is doing it for NIMBA County.
I mean, right now it is the prayer of Adam of Bon County that Emmanuel CA doesn't get a hat trick or James Tappet doesn't register a goal or more than a goal, because he's currently on top of the Golden Bulls race and we want it to remain as it is to win the Golden Bulls, but that's difficult. I mean, it's very difficult at the moment to stop Emmanuel CA. It's also difficult, but at the moment NIMBA County perhaps are finding it much easier to prevent James Tappet from scoring, but not Emmanuel CA. The kid from the Lee Monrovia Football Academy once carried the MVP among his peers in the Alfonso Ama Youth Tournament here at the ATS, a tournament that used to be here annually in December. He proved himself there when Lee Monrovia Football Academy won the title, and also had a chance to be selected for the national team under 17, but didn't travel to Mauritania for the U17 tournament. And this is a clear signal that you don't have to tell the coach of the U17 national team that Emmanuel CA is that point striker that you need up front for the youth national team, even at the U20 level, until he can, better improve, grow up, and then eventually make his way to the senior national team. He has all of what it takes to be an attacker, an incredible striker.
Pee Wee Rebel crosses, and a header is there for Lawrence Kume.
Beautifully. That was close.
Lawrence Kume coming close to finding an equalizer for LOFA County for the first time in the match. But his header just went Uneba Amaya from the goal distance. He showed up greatly, got a wonderful header. And LOFA County about making a first half substitution here. It is the goalkeeper Vina Smith. He is not going to end the grand final, having conceded twice just in the space of about 5 minutes or so.
I think the coach Samuel Sumo is a bit disappointed in Vina Smith's performance. He did the same in the quarterfinal, conceding 2 quick goals, and now he has conceded another one. Yeah. But as a coach, I think personally when that situation occurred in the quarterfinal where he substituted Vina Smith and the substitute goalkeeper came on board and make the difference where LOFA went on to win, you should have maintained the second choice within the goalpost from the quarterfinals up to this stage. No disrespect to Vina Smith, but if the player is in that form to make sure that he put out his best, you don't have to force him between the goalposts, and that's something that has resulted to 2 goals at the moment.
Josiah C. Here is Amara Kamara as they wheel back to C. C gives it away. Lawrence Kume is running, and now James Tappet gets involved with it. Tappet onto a great work there from LOFA County.
I mean, I think the pressure is now on James Tappet and the rest of the Lofians.
A long throw is there. Still in the half of NIMBA County. Beautifully, Eric Tiawan gets his magic finger on it. And pushing to get NIMBA County a 2-1 winner in the first half. Having Elliot gone down to 1-0. And yes, first half has come to a close here. What an intriguing first half it's been here. Just so dramatic. Just so beautiful. The defending champions have their grip tightly on the trophy, defending it very, very well. They will want to take it back to Sunny Koli. And if this happens, it's going to be the third time that NIMBA County are winning the title back to back. Just beautiful. Coming from 1 goal down and they go to the first half break. 2-1. Wonderful for NIMBA County in the first half.
A great comeback there from NIMBA County after LOFA County took an early lead. Like I said, NIMBA County has the creative center, unlike LOFA County, who are very good in attack, but they don't have that creative midfielder within the middle of the park to send in those through balls. But NIMBA County has Aji Samuka and Aze Dewitt who keep delivering those passes to Emmanuel Sie and his teammates up front. And Emmanuel Sie is that one person that, I mean, Obulano Kekula saw it from the very beginning when the kid got the equalizer. He knew exactly that was his assignment. At a certain point in time, he kept marking him. But unfortunately, when the corner kick was going in, I mean, you are a central defender, so you don't have to go within the goalpost. That's for the 2 and the 3. So you should have kept marking your markman or your marksman to ensure that he doesn't have a chance. But unfortunately, he left him on mark, and Emmanuel Sears easily sailed through and jumped in the air despite his height and brilliantly head in that cross, that corner kick, giving NIMBA County the lead to send them to a 2-1 lead in the first half break.
2-1 win in first half break. That's it for the score in the first half. Emmanuel Sie just putting up a big performance for NIMBA County as they come from 1 Pascal Harris goal. Now they lead 2 goals thanks to the goals coming from Emmanuel Sie. We'll be back after the break.
Hello, my name is Bill Timothy. Have you heard about the Liberia Telecommunications Corporation, LTC Mobile? The Liberia Telecommunications Corporation, LTC Mobile, a public corporation created by an act of national legislature to provide the following services: full wireless services, mobile phones, internet services, and other related telecommunication services within the Republic of Liberia. Our head office is located at the corner of Broad and Lane Street.
As a national operator, we realize that we are responsible not only to the government, but to the Liberian people who are our primary stakeholders and to the communities in which we serve. To this end, LTC Mobile will seek to be a citizen where we serve by engaging in 2 primary focus areas: education and community volunteerism.
So why choose LTC Mobile?
Because we have years of experience,
Fast and efficient internet,
free installation,
safe and secure,
professional team,
and qualified engineers.
and above all,
We give you 24/7 support. LTC Mobile.
making tomorrow's connections today.
This is more than just betting. They want you forced to win that all. Enjoy the Donkey Mile promo at Winners Incorporated and win up to 1,000 times your stake. They want you forced to win at all costs. Just place your multiple bet now and win. Even if that one inspire ticket you still take something with total odds of 200 and above of the remaining games, you can win up to 1,000 times your stake. Yeah, with Donkey Mile, 1 second spire ticket, you stand a chance of winning. What are you waiting for now? Go and place your bet. Donkey Mall. Only at Winners Incorporated, Liberia's #1 sport betting company. More win, no stress in cashing out. Get paid instantly, no delay, no handling fees. Winners Incorporated. They play, you win. From 18 years and above. top energy.
Are you ready to up your sports betting game? Look no further than Winners Incorporated, the best sports betting company in Liberia for over 13 years. With our easy-to-use app and top-notch customer service, you will never miss out on the action. With a wide range of sports to choose from, you can bet on your favorite teams and players with confidence. Plus, our secure and reliable platform ensures that your bets are placed safely and accurately. So why wait? Start betting with Winners Incorporated and join the ranks of our many satisfied customers. Join the winning team at Winners Incorporated, the best sports betting company in Liberia. Download the app now and start winning today. They play, you win. Are you looking for a luxurious dining experience? Well, look no further because Chorus Restaurant has got you covered. Our expert chefs have crafted a menu featuring only the finest ingredients, perfectly prepared to please your taste. But it is not just about the food at Chorus Restaurant. Our sophisticated atmosphere is the perfect setting for a romantic dinner or a night out with friends. Are you craving a delicious, juicy sandwich? Well, we have the perfect sandwich for you. Our sandwiches are made with the freshest, highest quality ingredients. Our sandwiches are cooked to perfection with a juicy patty and a tasty bun. Come and treat yourself to the sandwich of your dreams. We can't wait to serve. And not just that, we also serve cocktails, African and continental dishes of all kinds. Don't miss out on this unforgettable dining experience. Visit us today at Chorus Restaurant around the Fish Market, right adjacent to the old Blue Crest building.
Spring fever, club me, baby. Can't get it out of my mind. Spring fever, club me, baby.
Jetty Rubber Processing Factory will be the first rubber processing plant built in Liberia. It's situated in Wiela Margibi County. This processing plant, when completed, it will be used for the production of tires and other natural rubber products. The company is expected to process approximately 25,000 tons of natural rubber yearly.
Maximum in a year's time, you will have 130,000 square foot a rubber factory structure here built up by December. We are going to produce in the first stages. We are going to do TSR 10 and TSR 20, technical specified rubber 10, technical specified rubber 20, and that rubber is basically used to manufacture tires. But after few years, we'll put up on that greenfield side the tire factory of Liberia.
Currently, there are more than 200 Liberian employees constructing the factory, and this number is expected to increase more than twice when the company starts full operations early next year.
He started telling us that he want to build a factory, he want to create job for the people. And then I wasn't believing it from the onset, because to see a man just come, say I want to open a factory, it was very surprising to us. But later, I saw people clearing the land. From there I started seeing machine. I started seeing, he started employing people. Up to now, got so many people working here, about 200. Some Liberians are here. Not just here, the people you see there, not the only group. He has people all of the places that he has rented or leased. They got people there, even at the clinic. He's building for the people, they got people there now. So we got more workers here now, so I'm very astonished.
Jetty Rubber will not only solve the long-standing calls by Liberians of having a rubber processing plant in a country that was once the world's highest exporter of natural rubber, but it will also empower local smallholder farmers by purchasing latex from them.
we have two different things ongoing here. One, the construction of the site is ongoing. Two, we have the Farmers Hope doing the rubber purchase that also has employment. That is what I am attached to, because I'm the owner of the Farmers Hope at that level. And he gave us that spot for $1 per year, and so that we operate there to give publicity to his place. By the time he gets ready in January or December, people would have known exactly that rubber is being purchased here. Here we do cash and pay. You bring your rubber here, you lay it down, we pay you on the spot. It's not like other places that they gave you slip for 2 days, 3 days, or 1 week or a month. And so it has become a rescue center for many farmers.
I think it's good for me because I can receive care when I need a care, when I can't receive care, so it's good for my community.
You have the challenge in the field, you got to pay your tappers, you got to buy acid, you got to buy net, you got to honor bread, you maintain the farm. So if somebody should owe you longer, you have trouble. So right here, yes, it's rescuing a lot of farmers. If I live in my time to see tire be produced in an arrangement that I am a part of, I feel achieved. As a national leader, I think we all should stand by this. This is why I'm always here. And though I'm not directly working with him at the Jetty Rubber side, I'm connected to the purchase and sale, but I'm on the site every day. You see me in this regalia, I get from the construction site. I'm working with the engineers there, making sure that it's happy, because I want to be part of that history. I think it means well for our country. So I have up to 2028 from the government of Liberia to build up a tire factory. But my dream is to do it by 2026. I've lived all my life here. I wanted to do something unique which nobody has done.
Non-stop energy.
Absolutely, there has been no other event bringing Liberians together like the National County Sports Meet. It is not just considered a sporting event, but it is considered a tool of national unity and reconciliation amongst Liberians. So welcome back here at the Samuel Kayado Sports Complex. We are still right in the heart of Pinsville City near Monrovia, the nation's capital. It is a beautiful evening. We're gone 7 minutes up to 7 o'clock here. A beautiful grand final match between LOFA and NIMBA County, the defending champions, who put up a magical moment in the first period to come from 1 goal down and lead their rivals LOFA County 2 goals to 1 thanks to a brilliant performance from the 16-year-old Emmanuel C. So welcome back. We are still here in your company, Nathaniel Success. And of course, I have Anthony Kokwe alongside me here on your commentary duty. And let's see, LOFA County looking to get an early one here to equal the score. Lawrence Kume was wonderful there. I think we still have some moment of magic to look forward to in this match.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, James Tapper's header that just rolled inches away from the goalpost is a clear indication that we have some great actions, great dramas that we are with in the second and final half. LOFA County, the halftime team talk, could prove difference. Likewise, NIMBA County could do all they can to maintain their lead or perhaps even double their lead here to defend their title for the third time. The team with the best defensive records are champions, while LOFA County hunting for their second ever title.
A very lively start in the second half here for the two counties. NIMBA County are refusing to let go of their grips on it. They will still want to repeat the final record, and they are just a little over 45 minutes away from repeating that. Pascal Harris defending for LOFA. And a goal kick will be there for LOFA County. There were 2 early substitutions in the first period. Abraham Kiazulu making way for Rudolph Kemokai. Still LOFA County on attack, and Josephus Mator with a very wonderful effort there in the back line for NIMBA County. Lawrence Kume takes a long throw, looking for Jeremiah Johnson. Still here, LOFA County. Josephus Mator with the clearance again. The entire back line of NIMBA County will be well on the alert. They wouldn't want any further intrusion coming from LOFA County, especially at such a period of the match. A delivery is there, punch away by the goalkeeper, but it's still there. NIMBA County to deal with LOFA on the attack. Terry Wanzon clears it. Still here for LOFA County. Nelson Lamy with the clearance. Lawrence Kume. Opilendo Kekula sends it back to the goalkeeper. The back passes are not always good. You can see Malu Johnson putting a run after Opilendo Kekula. 2 different occasions. Chose to send the ball back to the goalkeeper. Jeremiah Johnson making a run. Obstructed by Josiah C. And there was a foul. And a yellow card has been shown to Josiah C. I think it was a smart one from him because Jeremiah was just on an unrelenting run. Straightly he was shooting for goal. And Josiah C. cleverly interrupted him and just intercepted the attack to cut it off for LOFA. And a good decision from the referee too.
Yeah, that was a good defensive decision there by that NIMBA counter defender, making sure that he cut off that attack because Johnson was already on his way through to the half, and referee Junino Morris got it right because that was a yellow card foul, a right foot booking at the right time, and it's a free kick for LOFA County. And James Tappet, who is very good at taking these direct shots from set pieces, is also one of those players on the ball. Lawrence is also behind it, and we saw in the first game, that's the third play match where Adam got a goal from a free kick from similar position. So NIMBA County will have to be very careful. The goalkeeper will have to communicate very well with his defensive ward, making sure that he keeps his eyes on the ball and make the necessary move when needed in order to prevent his side from conceding a goal.
Eric Tiawan between the sticks for NIMBA County. He is well on course to be the best goalkeeper of the tournament. He is the only goalkeeper that has played every minute of the tournament. For the father, Venus Smith was substituted against Bone County. That's Grand Bassa, and also he's been substituted here today. So Eric Tiawana remains the only goalkeeper that has played every minute available to him in this tournament. Emmanuel C. looking for Terry Wonzo. Wonzo is in. And Wonzo puts it down to C. And a long one again. Just brilliant from Terry Wonzo with a very lovely cross. Emmanuel C. could not get a head on it. And the NIMBA County captain, Isaac Dewey, got a shot in a rebound. And of course, it just went wide. But I think that was a very good chance for NIMBA County again, coming close to just give LOFA County a mountain to claim here tonight.
A very good attack after LOFA County put up an attacking run. NIMBA County tried to catch them on the back foot. But unfortunately, they couldn't get that ball at the back of the net, and Opilando Kekula there extremely well as well. I think this time
and
around,
still NIMBA County making a run. Emmanuel C.A. is just unstoppable.
I think Opilando Kekula has been taught that yes, this is a mark man, so you have to do all you can to keep him by your side wherever he goes. Make sure you mark him, and that's how he was able to clear that ball off the goal line. Or else Emmanuel C. was definitely going to get his head onto it and record his hat trick in this final.
Emmanuel C.A. He has scored twice here tonight, but he still appears to be more tested to getting as many goals as he's able to get here. He was just there looking to get delivery of a Terry Wonzo header across, but his head could not just touch it. As per regulations, the play will be restarted through a drop ball, and the referee Georgino Morris has done it. Pascal Harris now has it for LOFA County. Terry Wonzo will send it back. Kekule. Still there, LOFA County. Across is there. Corner kick for the Wologisi boys. Just 8 minutes play in the second half. NIMBA County is still enjoying a 2-1 lead. A long one is there. A header from Alberto Coco Suare. That just gonna go for the target. So this is the grand final of the 2022-23 National County Sports Meet. Live here on KMTV Liberia and of course on the Alternative Youth Radio in Vonjama. NIMBA County and Malu Johnson. Beautiful. Incredible there from Malu Johnson, who had just given NIMBA County a 3-1 lead here against LOFA. Great fight, great turnaround, great strike, and just a fantastic goal from Malu Johnson. And it's 3-1 now for NIMBA County. It's now becoming even more comfortable for the defending champions. What a goal from Malu Johnson, getting his first goal in the county meet this year. He scored twice in the quarterfinals, that's the semi-final, against Grand Bassa last year when they were on their way to lift their 5th title and the first in 11 years. And tonight he has scored his first in the county meet this year, making it 3-1 for NIMBA County, who are about lifting their 6th title and the 2nd in succession for the 3rd time in the county meet. Just beautiful from Malu Johnson to make it 3-1 for NIMBA County.
I mean, NIMBA County are proving all they can to again show to us that yes, they have the best defensive record as champions to retain the title for the 3rd time. And LOFA County went on the attack, forgot their back line. Malu Johnson took his time on that ball. Pascal as well, who was marking Malu, took his own time, gave Malu enough of space to bring the ball down his chest, position himself, and then an overturn and kick that ball on the ground. I mean, those are balls that give goalkeeper a very difficult time to make a save. So the fact that it was rolling on the ground before he can get himself that back on the ground, I mean, it puts him in a very difficult position, and he wasn't lucky in that situation. And now NIMBA County have doubled their lead here.
3-1 is on the score sheet, and all in the favor of defending champions NIMBA County. They are here just writing their usual history, but in a very staggering fashion here tonight. This is a moment that Nimbayan everywhere, I mean just everywhere, will never stop loving. Malu Johnson, the Gardnersville FC front runner, just getting his first goal in the county meet this year. A very beautiful one, just to put NIMBA County in a comfortable lead now and leaving LOFA with a mountain to climb. Josephus Mato sends it back to Eric Tiawan. Cover Moluba. Foul, free kick there for NIMBA County. I think we're having a very poor lightning here at the SKD Stadium.
Well, that's something that the Ministry of Youth and Sports and the Liberia Football Association would have to work on. I mean, this is something that have to be worked on before March when Liberia hosts South Africa here. If that game will be played during the late evening hours, definitely CAF or FIFA is not going to approve the stadium to host the game because the lighting is very poor. And according to sources, that's something that is expected to be done before March, where new lightings will be put up. I hope that that is executed before that time. And not just for the international game against South Africa, the next county meet. I mean, this is not how people would like to see the pitch, to see players on such a poor lighting system.
I tell you, the stadium that was being closed for close to 3 years after being sanctioned by the World Football governing by the FIFA and the Confederation of African Football, but was being approved in July last year partially by CAF, allowing Liberia to host their CHAN qualifiers against Senegal here on the 24th of July, where they were heavily beaten. And this is a ground that is expected to host the Bafana Bafana of South Africa against the Lone Star of Liberia in March when they meet in the AFCON qualifiers. But LOFA County have a pair of substitution here, and Mohamed Fofana will be coming on as well, where Dennis Babaku will also be coming on here. We have just hit the second half hour mark, so we have 30 minutes to go. Can LOFA County still put up some fight and again turn things around so we can see the most ultimate drama here tonight, or will NIMBA County have an easy ride onto the throne for the second successive time to lift their safe county meet title here tonight? Amara Kamara, Josiah C. Good fight from the PNV FC midfielder, looking for Malu Johnson. Johnson dispossessed. LOFA County will now build an attack for themselves. A strike from outside, just easy for Eric Tiawan, and he comfortably got hold of that. So we are live there in Gompa City on Voice of Gompa, and of course on the Alternative Youth Radio in Zozo, who are relaying this broadcast. LOFA coming through, and the clearance from Josiah C. I think that was a very lucky clearance from Josiah C, because you saw Lawrence Kume and James Tapper were just right behind him. So any mistake, LOFA County will have had the opportunity to just pull one back and make things still static here.
Yep, a good defensive work there and a great run from Jeremiah Johnson. And I think LOFA County hasn't utilized his height. Despite that height, he hasn't had in any ball. He hasn't made any head up that will cause a threat to NIMBA County. And out of those crosses that have gone in, he hasn't been able to get his hair at the end of it. So I don't know exactly. I mean, that's something the team should take advantage of. The fact that James Tapper is not getting any chance, is not making any move. Send in those crosses so that Jeremiah Johnson will be able to jump, and I mean, he has the height. So let's see if that can work this time around. If it can work, then you have to find another means, because James Tapper is not just definitely getting those chances that he's supposed to get.
And Jeremiah Johnson scored a beautiful header in their 3-1 win against Bone County back on Wednesday night right here in the semi-final. Very beautiful header he scored that night. But the beautiful thing is the two teams came from the same group. Obviously, they know how to tackle each other, and this is almost the same lineup that was being used when they faced up on the 18th of December in the preliminary rounds back in Vonjama on the 18th of December. NIMBA County just enjoying what is going on here. A throw there from Lauren Johnson. Looking for Babaku. His foul. Foul there by Terry Wanson. Free kick for LOFA County. To LOFA County, James Tappe. Tappe is in, making his way. James Tappe.
I think that was being very selfish. You have already brought the media way to the half of NIMBA County, enter almost into the 6-yard box. Your teammates are all standing in front of goal waiting. I mean, that's a place you just have to send the ball to. It's possible that the opponent can even hit it and result to an own goal. So trying to shoot from that distance, that was very selfish of him.
And this is a corner kick delivery for LOFA County. Another corner kick given after being punched away by goalkeeper Eric Tiawan. LOFA County. We have to always try to get the best of those set pieces that keep coming their way. But there was a foul there, and of course,
man, like you said, those set pieces, you definitely have to utilize them. You have Jeremiah Johnson, you have Rudolph Samuka. They are all of great heights. James Tappet, not much, doesn't have that type of height as compared to Jeremiah Johnson, but is also good when it comes to head-ups. So that's something you have to take advantage of whenever you have the chance for a corner, or perhaps have a chance to send in those cross, 2 counter-attacks, or maybe any kind of attack to send in the ball from the wings. You have to utilize the height to get those goals. But all of the crosses that have going for LOFA, I mean, no opportunity, no shot on target, no head up on target at all. I mean, that's something he's been very poor in. Look at NIMBA County, as short in Manasseh is. Whenever the ball goes in there, I mean, it puts the LOFA County defense on a real pressure that Obilano Kekula and his teammates have to do all they can to prevent Manasseh from getting his head onto it, despite his height.
a great performance since the second quarters of the first half until this moment. The defending champions NIMBA County continuing to put up an excellent performance. Emmanuel Sie, the man of the moment for NIMBA County, was booked offside. A great confidence from him. Just 16, and you cannot believe what he's doing against experienced players like Pascal Harris and Opilendo Kekule. He's always sandwiched, but still try to escape, finding an escape route very brilliantly, and gotten a double that put NIMBA County in the match, with Malu Johnson just increasing the tally for NIMBA County on the night. A throw there from Lawrence Johnson. Still Lawrence Johnson. Another poor one from the LOFA County right wing back, Lawrence Johnson. Poor cross. Kamara. Josiah C. back to Amara Kamara. Terry Wanson coming in for Mohamed Keita tonight, and he's just been a top notch. Just great effort from you. There is a long pass there from Rudolph Kemokai looking for James Tarpe. Amara Kamara now for NIMBA County. Onto Samuka for NIMBA still. And the Lightning still getting pull, keeps getting pull here. At the SKD, the pitch has become even more darker. Foul there by Eric Yancey against Malu Johnson, but he appears to be unhappy with the call from the referee. Referee Georgino Morris. A free kick in a place that appears to be a bit promising. Can Isaac Dewie increase the tally for NIMBA County from this distance? It would be beautiful if he does that. Dewie, Isaac Dewie, blocked by the wall, but it's still there for NIMBA County. Samukai. The cross is being cleared away by Lawrence Johnson. Now LOFA County, James Tarpe. He will go face to face with Kova Moluba. Still LOFA County at attack, James Tarpe. LOFA County coming close, but blocked away. Emmanuel here now. Malu Johnson forced to the floor. He got an injury against LOFA County in their opening match that saw him missing their remaining 2 group games there in LOFA County. In the opening match, he was ruled out with a new injury against LOFA, and that saw him missing the rest of the group matches against Bomi County and River County respectively, but recovered from that after the tournament went on to a 1.5 weeks break following the preliminary rounds completion, and now has been into every other game NIMBA has played in the knockout, the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and now the final. But I think it's good news that Malu Johnson is back and just awaiting the referee to let it in. LOFA County is still going through. The referee points to the spot. A penalty given to LOFA County. James Tarpe went into the tackle. Got a hit there. And the referee, Georgino Morris, has awarded a penalty to LOFA County.
I mean, the referee decision is the final decision, but I think the defender reached out his legs there to ensure that the ball doesn't reach James Tarpe, and he went on to hit the ball before James Tarpe's foot could have made move in there, but that's his decision.
It's a decision, but I think it appears a little feature like that.
Yeah.
You see, yes, there was a tackle, but first of all, the defender had reached the ball before the attacker, James Tarpe, could get in the play. You can see that he was already ahead of James Tarpe.
I mean, he reached ahead.
Yeah, Kova, that's Kova Moluba. This is why you will never have to take anything lightly. Though we have 17 minutes left here, but we could still see a big drama here this evening.
I mean, this is the moment that will put LOFA back on their feet. And if they miss this one, perhaps one could say it's game over for them, because this is the best chance you have had in the last quarter and hour.
James Tapper. He scores it! Wonderful goal from James Tapper from the spot. No mistake for him. Goalkeeper Eric Tiawan went the same direction, but the effort from James Tapper was just perfect. Eric Tiawan could not get hold of it. It is now 3-2 on the score sheet here tonight. 3 for defending champions NIMBA, and LOFA have just gotten what could put them back in the game. It is now 3-2. Beautiful goal from the spot there for James Tapper, increasing his tally to 6 in the tournament so far.
Yeah, he has now more level on with Adam of Bon County, 6 goals apiece. And the race for the Golden Bulls is definitely heating up. It is James Tapper that still has the minutes on the pitch to ensure that he wins the Golden Bulls, because Adam is already out sitting and just monitoring. And likewise, Emmanuel CA with 5 goals as well. So I think the competition is now between James Tapper and perhaps Emmanuel CA could get a hat trick or score even more. That was a brilliant squad kick from him.
NIMBA County will now have to keep to their feet. They will have to stand very strongly to face whatever will be coming from LOFA County, because the Wologisi Lions are not giving out anytime soon. James Tapper will always show up. He will always leave his own mark, an indelible mark, always writing for himself a story of beauty in the tournament. He has scored every single time he's played in the knockout here. He scored against Bon County. That's against Grand Bassa. Scored against Bon County. And now he has scored against NIMBA County, though his side remain trailing behind the defending champions by 3 goals to 2. But he always has his own way of living a story to be read by the followers of the National County Sports Meet. He was the player of the tournament, or the most valuable player, when LOFA became champions 2 years ago here. And this year he's again put up some fascinating performances for LOFA County, who continues to hold NIMBA by the neck in this all-important final here tonight. There is just a slim difference now on the score line, just 1 goal, and that could be a bit fragile. But again, very significant for NIMBA County if they can hang on that. They defeated Magibi County just 1-0 in the semi-final, with a goal that came in the 20th minute from the spot by Isaac Dewie. So they will have to do well defensively, NIMBA County, if they must come out victorious here at the Samuel Canado Stadium here tonight. 3 of the 4 quarterfinals matches went to an extra time, but in the semi-final we did not see any of them going into an extra time. "30 minutes plus the added on time is what we have left to come to an end of this match. That is quite a sufficient time, because anything happens anytime. In fact, what happens in football happens just within the space of a second. Alhaji Samukai. NIMBA County yet to bring on any fresh leg. Terry Wonzon. Beautiful skill there from Wonzon. What a beautiful skill. But in the end, it's Lofa County who have it. Lawrence Kume stresses it for James Tappe, and Tappe beautifully positional control. He's again pushing James Tappe. Tappe with a cross. And Lofa County! No! They got it through, but the flag is up for an offside. Just a frustrating moment for Lofa County. Just when they thought they have brought the game back to life for themselves, it was when the assistant referee had his flag up for an offside. And just a bit of frustration there for Mohamed Fofana, who thought he had brought life in the game here tonight for Lofa County. So NIMBA are still up with 3-2 on the score sheet. I think that was a big decision from the assistant referee.
Yeah, I mean, that was a very good decision. Fofana was in an offside position, and the assistant referee got it right without any fear, based on the tension pack that you have in such a game, a grand final, an equalizer going in at this time. But he knew exactly where that player was before the ball could come, and he wasted no time to raise up his flag, signaling an offside. And I mean, Lofa County can still turn things around from the attacks. And NIMBA County, on the other hand, will have to be careful with their back line. James Tapper to keep giving him space. And once Lofa County, unfortunately, they don't have that creative and skillful player within the middle of the pack who gives those brilliant through balls. So
beautiful play there from Lofa County. Free kick is awarded there. And Lofa will not give up anytime soon. They continue to have a hope. It was Rudo Kemokai who kept making a brilliant run, using his skills to just demolish the NIMBA County defense until he was being knocked down, and a free kick there for Lofa County. Lawrence Kume will take it. It's a bit too far from goal distance anyway, but let's see what happens here. The delivery is there. And the poorest of decision from Lawrence Kume so far in the match. He just sent the ball to the scar.
yeah, that was very poor of him. The best thing you could do is to either connect the teammate who will maybe make a run on the side and then deliver the cross, or perhaps just stay in that position and send it across. There's a possibility that someone could head it in, or the ball could drop within the 18-yard box, and then your teammates start to fight on it instead of kicking from that distance when you know you don't have the accuracy to kick from that distance.
Nimbayans will keep their eye on the clock, and we have roughly 8 minutes left to play. Emmanuel Kemoka, that's Emmanuel Sie. He was being fouled, but the assistant referee had a flag up for an offside. But the center referee is also taking another decision. It's a bit conflicting there. You saw the assistant too with the flag up, meaning there was an offside there against Emmanuel Sie before going into the tackle with Lawrence Kume.
Yeah, that's why the players of Lofa County want to take the ball and take the free kick, while the Nimbayans also feel that it's a free kick for them because Emmanuel Sie was fouled, but he was caught in an offside position. So definitely I think it's going to go Lofa way.
It's because the communication from between the referees just been conflicting at the moment, where the assistant referee is taking another decision and the center referee is also taking his own decision. However, in the end, Lofa County will have to restart the play. The clearance is there. Pascal Harris for LOFA County. Sends it there again. LOFA being more forceful in the attack. And you can see how free the back line is, but they will really have to be careful, else NIMBA County can use a counter attack anytime, just as they did a few minutes ago when Malu Johnson just put it through to make it 3 for NIMBA County tonight. So whenever you are pushing for a goal, pushing for an attack, you also have to keep a watch on the back. So while you are hunting, you also already have to keep your eye on what you already have. And that is just what LOFA County will need to do. Mohamed Fofana. LOFA County is still going through. Wonderful one from Josephus Mato. Still there for LOFA County. Coach Samuel Sumo, the LOFA County coach, won the county mid title back-to-back with Mansourado County in 2016, and then in 2018 beat Maryland County in the 2016 final and beat Bone County in the 2018 final. NIMBA County and Malu Johnson.
Emmanuel Sia coming very close there to get his hat trick.
Emmanuel Sia was just on the way to get it, and you saw the run between here and Malu Johnson.
Yep, a great
This
run.
was a very, very clear opportunity just for him to put a game to bed for NIMBA County. But the goalkeeper was right at his best and committed his best save since he was introduced before we could go for the first half break.
I think this time around he pressurized himself because his team had just conceded, and now he felt that this is the game, or this is the ball that could have put the game to bed, and he had a whole lot of pressure on his head to convert it. But that was his best decision he took, but his best this time around didn't result to a goal. And they still have to do what they can to make sure that they double their lead, or perhaps defend their 1-goal lead.
Josiah C. opens it for Terry Wanzon. A good start from Terry Wanzon. Sent behind the touchline by Lawrence Johnson, and there will be a throw in for NIMBA County. Terry Wanzon to take Fan Ahaji Samukai. Wanzon crosses. The header there from Kekule. Now Mohamed Fofana. Isaac Dewie comes in for NIMBA County. And now it's been won onto Dennis Bagbaku. NIMBA County again with it. A throw in is there for LOFA County now. And NIMBA County here making their first substitution. Alhaji Samukai is the player to make a way out. He plays for the Liberia Under 17. Alhaji Samukai and Maswa Diapo will be introduced here.
Great performance from another young leg, a member of the Liberia Under 17 national team, who has been a great help to NIMBA County, alongside Isaac Dewie in the middle of the park, making sure that they get all those through balls through.
LOFA County, a long cross is there. Foul, but this time it's for NIMBA County, right on the arc of the 18-yard box. This broadcast is proudly brought to you through the kind courtesy of Winners Incorporated, Liberia's premium betting company. They have made provision of $1 million Liberian as cash prize for the winner of the football category. and several other cash prizes that is made available. The Rush Energy is also Rush Energy drink, also part of the sponsor of this broadcast. So we live on the Voice of Gompa there in Gompa City, NIMBA County, and on Alternative Youth Radio in Zozo, LOFA County. Mota Fofana, the NIMBA County coach, well on the way to winning his second successive title with NIMBA County. In his fourth finals. He lost his previous two finals with NIMBA, and now he's winning his second two successive finals. Free kick there for Isaac Dewiye. We are now just seconds away from hitting the 90 minutes mark, and 5 minutes have been indicated here as the added on time. 5 minutes. NIMBA County are just 5 minutes away from being named champions once again. But can LOFA County get a turnaround? They have 5 minutes to do that. And NIMBA County, Emmanuel C. is on the way for the hat trick. Try to get Malu Johnson, but just got the ball behind him. And difficult for Johnson to get it. Lawrence Johnson. Rudolph Kimokai. Here is Opilendo Kekule now. Kekule is foul, and there will be yellow card here for Emmanuel Sie. Is that Emmanuel Sie or Malu Johnson? Emmanuel Sie.
I think it's Malu Johnson.
Malu Johnson being shown the yellow card by referee Georgino Morris.
Man, this is a great achievement for referee Georgino Morris. We all used to see the National County Sports Meet.
And LOFA County is still there. Eric Tiawan punches away. I mean, this is the time you want to see the goalkeeper putting up his best performance like never before, especially with you just saying 3 minutes left on the clock for your county to retain the title. You will have to do everything you can, and that is just what Eric Tiawan is doing alongside the rest of his NIMBA County teammate. Can't believe that there is only one substitution that has been made by NIMBA County in this final.
Yep, I mean, Munta Fofana believed in his team and just went on to make a single substitution.
Maswa Diakpo, Emmanuel Sie, he's fouled. Free kick is there for Emmanuel Sie. Pascal Harris, so frustrated about that call from the referee. But there was a tackle and there was a foul, I think.
Yep. Like I was saying earlier, before that ball could go in, when the goalkeeper sent it out for a corner kick, back in the days or back then, 4 or 5 years ago, we used to see FIFA badge referees taking up the assignment from the quarterfinal to the final. But this time around, the Liberia football referees have reposed that confidence in the young referees, the Class B and the Class A referees, to take up the challenge. And they have been doing extremely well in that, to ensure that the younger referees can also do better. They can also handle tough matches, bigger matches as well, as they all anticipate moving on to the international level to become international referees.
And I think that is a sign of a great future, because you wouldn't have the same group of people doing the same thing.
Sure.
And you're not building the next generation. This is what the National County Sportsman is about. And there are a lot of people who actually been making suggestions and recommendations that a lot of even football administrators, that the tournament has to be narrowed down to players under 20. That is going to allow you to have a lot of young talents coming up. Like, for example, you see Emmanuel CA for NIMBA County. On such a big occasion, he putting up a very big performance, even beyond what you will ever expect. A 16-year-old scoring twice in the county meet final. That is a very massive achievement, and I think he stands to be the first player that have done that in the tournament, especially in the post-war Liberia. We see a lot of players been coming and going, but to see a 16-year-old player playing in such a final and scoring twice, I think that's a very massive movement for him.
Yeah, a great achievement for Emmanuel C. A very young leg, very confident, very skillful. He has the stamina, continues to stay in the game from the start.
We have just 20 seconds here, and the ball is still in half of NIMBA County. LOFA mounting the pressure, and Lawrence Johnson is being headed away beautifully by Josiah C. Now NIMBA County attack. Emmanuel C. will take it face-to-face to go to Pascal Harris. He has Malu Johnson. By him, Pascal Harris intercepts it. This could be just one last chance for LOFA County. Josiah C. has it. Amara Kamara. Maswa Diakpo for NIMBA County. NIMBA County. And that is it. NIMBA County are champions once again, as the fourth-time whistle goes to referee George Morris, confirming NIMBA County's safe title. Their second time in a row, the third time that NIMBA County have won the trophy back-to-back. What an evening it is. Big comeback, big victory, champions at last. NIMBA County, despite a struggling start to the tournament, they come through, repeating their fine record. They are champions of the National County Sportsman once again. Muta Fofana retaining the title. What an evening for NIMBA County. What an evening for NIMBAians. What an evening for Muta Fofana. And what an evening for the entire NIMBA County squad.
A great achievement here for Muta Fofana, in particular the NIMBA team, going on to retain the title, winning it back-to-back for the third time. This time around against LOFA, the team with the huge publicity, the most talked about LOFA County, that many thought would have turned this game around to go on to win a title for the second time. But NIMBA FC continues to maintain their record as the champions with the best defensive record, retaining their title again, winning it back-to-back for the third time. Muta Fofana, NIMBA County, Emmanuel C. will all go down in history. And years from now, they will be talked about, they will be mentioned. When talking about the history of NIMBA County in the National County Sports Meet, Emmanuel C. definitely won't be left out for this year's edition. A young leg, 16 years old, scoring a brace in the final. A very huge achievement for him. LOFA County, a very good team, maintaining unbeaten run from the preliminaries up to the final, where they met their first ever defeat in this year's edition. It's definitely frustrating, it's definitely sad, but that's the game of football. One thing just have to win, and NIMBA County is that team that has gone on to win, and the Lions are trooping in, invading the pitch. This isn't right at all.
Actually, but on a 10 successive occasion, NIMBA County have come through to defend the title, winning it back-to-back in 1978, in 1979, in 2010, in 2011, in 2022, and now in 2023. You can never stop them. You can never underestimate once they are defending the title. NIMBA County champions at last.
And I mean, it shows that after this, the next one, they may not win it, because this is the back-to-back. So
They never won it 3 times in a row.
Yeah, so they wait for another term. When they win it again for the first time, they go on to defend it. So perhaps that's going to be their tradition. So the next one will come. They may not progress to the final, or they may not win it, but wait for the next one. Then when they win it, they go on to maintain their record. LOFA County will have to maintain their same team, perhaps make just a few changes to make sure that you bring someone very creative in the midfield that will be able to give those creative passes, like NIMBA County, Azedewe, Ahaji Samukai, that will give all those true balls to the best strikers to make sure that you get the result. Unfortunately, we didn't see that in the grand final, and now it's frustrating for them, but that's the game of football. Congratulations to LOFA County, congratulations to NIMBA County and Magibi County, the tier play winners. This is football, this is the game of football, the game that unites every Liberian, the game that unites people around the world, regardless of their backgrounds, and we are seeing it here from the momentum, the jubilation among the supporters, among Liberians. And I can tell you, NIMBA County right now, I just can't imagine how that play looks like. Ganta City, Sanikode City, Kompa, you can just name the rest of it, and you know exactly how those people, those citizens who are listening to their radio, who are monitoring KMTV, the jubilation among them. And likewise in LOFA County, those that were on the standby to jubilate for their county, unfortunately, it didn't go their way, so they'll have to wait another time.
I tell you, where will the Nimbayans go tonight? How do they feel about this victory? They feel just so beautiful. They feel just so excited, massively excited. You can never stop anyone from celebrating. And they have intruded the pitch, though a very, very, sad one from them. But for a long time, they kept the hope alive, and they have now gotten it. The victory they long awaited. For too long, they kept coming. It's been a long way coming, and NIMBA County have come through. They are champions. They are champions. I tell you, NIMBA County are champions once again. When will you stop them from retaining the title? Who will stop them from retaining the title? Is it Grand Gida? No. Is it Magibi County? No. Is it LOFA County? No either. They are always champions back to back, and that is a record that you're never gonna stop. The celebration continues to go wide across the country, across Monserrado, across NIMBA County, across the world. Nimbayans in the diaspora will continue celebration. Big occasion, but the name that goes down in the history is Emmanuel C.A. Anthony Koko, you can never forget that name.
Definitely that name we've been forgetting. Looking at such a young kid, 16 years old, playing in the county meet, scoring a brilliant goal in the quarterfinal from outside the 18, went on to score a brace in the final. Someone would compare him to Mbappe. I mean, you don't expect such a kid among the experienced defender Obulando Kekula, who helped LOFA County win their first ever county meet, helped having 11 win the title in the second division, and now coming onto the county meet up against Emmanuel C.A. Someone would think that it was a free ride, but definitely it wasn't. And Emmanuel C.A. proved that young people can do anything once you give them the opportunity, once you give them the chance. And definitely that's something other coaches will have to learn from in the future. To always give these young players the chance. It doesn't always have to be the big names. It doesn't have to be those experienced players. Yes, experience also play a huge part in it, but also give young players the chance, the opportunity to explore their talents. And definitely Emmanuel C.A. has paved the way for other young players, including Delton Cody as well for CC United, who has played well for Riverside County, scoring hat-trick during the group stage. I mean, reaching his team to the quarterfinal. Was unfortunate, didn't make it to the semi-final. Went on to score 5 goals, scoring the first hat-trick in this year's edition. I mean, it was huge. Young players proving exactly what they're capable of doing once you give them the opportunity. So it shows a huge prospect for us that young players out there, there are talented players out there outside of Monserrado County, in Grand Basso, in NIMBA, in Grand Gida. All you have to do is just to give them the opportunity to showcase their talent, create those avenues, create those spaces where they will have the chance to play football, the game that they love so dearly, the game that they cherish, the game that Liberians support. Whenever you give them that opportunity, those young players are definitely going to show exactly what they're capable of doing.
NIMBA County are champions. The conquerors have conquered. What an evening. This is why they will always love the National County Sports Meet. It's NIMBA County's own tournament. You can never underestimate NIMBA County. No matter how poor they start, you can never underestimate them. They hit ground running in the quarterfinals. A very big one and a big resounding victory here tonight. 3-2. Pascal Harris opening up earlier in the first half for LOFA County. Emmanuel Sia came from behind to find the equalizer. Put NIMBA County in the lead before going for the break. Came for the break and Malu Johnson make it 3-1 for NIMBA County. And James Tapper got one that could put LOFA in it, but just was a consolation for LOFA County. And the NIMBA County conquerors have conquered at long last. They are champions once again. 3-2 full time here, and we now proceed to the awarding ceremony. But Nathaniel Success Tokpa and Anthony Kokoi are still here, and we'll continue to bring you the talk from behind the scenes here, right on KMTV. Thanks to those of you who also been following us there on Voice of Gompa in Gompa City, NIMBA County. Thanks to those of you who been following us on the Alternative U Radio in Zozo, Von Jama, that's in Zozo, LOFA County. We appreciate you. Wishing all of you a very wonderful time. And the Bayers, you can go ahead and celebrate. Celebrate and celebrate. Son of NIMBA, who has come to express his joy here. Welcome to KMTV, LNTV, and Boss TV, sir. Welcome.
Thank you very much. It is a pleasing pleasure to be here. We are happy. We projected this on one of the other networks, but at this point in time, we have nothing to prove anymore to anybody in Liberian soccer.
Okay.
We've done what we had to do. We're going. This is why I'm repeating this over and over. It's not going to be redundant. Don't allow us to reach to Monrovia. Once you come back here, keep us down. When you let us come to Monrovia, you're on your own.
So first of all, we want you to introduce yourself to the public that are watching.
My name is Abraham S. Kuman, and aka AB Kuman. So.
AB Kuman.
Yeah.
Son of NIMBA.
Son of NIMBA. A very, very proud son of NIMBA.
How do you feel NIMBA County coming through again for the second time? 3 times they retained the title in the National County Sports Meet. Though this year people started on a rocky path, losing to the same LOFA County team that you beating tonight to be champions.
Well, I told the folks from LOFA at Asilo, you allow us, you do all the right and the privilege, you allow to come to Monrovia. Thank you very much, but no fighting. We're gonna leave you out. We're gonna leave you right here. And what we made up, like I said, we like the big stage. The stage that you provided for us is what we wanted to do. You allowed us to come to Monrovia. We actually took it from here. And basically, our courage is to make sure that we enhance the unity and unification, what this is all about. And we are happy that we can be on the center stage. Lifting the trophy for the third time is something that is very rewarding. But the quest for peace and stability in our country is something that we actually give. And NIMBA has been the center stage of peace in Africa. And so for us back home, this is what we made of.
Champions at last. You can never stop smiling, and I know nobody will ever stop the Bayerns from celebrating tonight.
No way.
But what next after winning the title tonight?
Well, I'm on my way to Yekipad tonight. I'm going to brief stop will be in Ganta, my hometown, and I will go to Yekipad and spend the night, and come back to Ganta with the team to escort them to Sani Kula.
Is there any special gift you have for the team as they come out victorious?
This is what I don't do. I don't go ahead announcing what I do for these brothers and sisters of our country. I do my own quietly, and I don't have to brag about it. I have pilot security in NIMBA right now that I'm very proud to support. I had a very divided situation when I was watching these games. I have pilot security in Bonn, in Maryland,
in LOFA.
and in Sando. No, none in LOFA yet.
Okay.
So all those they actually share my support. But when I realized that it was LOFA and NIMBA, I have no direct loyalty to LOFA County. So
you have to keep every courtesy to your country.
Every courtesy to this country.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. I said there's any other thing you want to tell us?
No, listen, I can tell our folks this was a water course. This is one of the best kind of meal we ever had. The unity that this stands for, I hope we can use this as a stepping stone to enhance the unity and peace and stability as we go to elections in our country. I hope this is the beginning of uniting our people on common goals and a common objective. Our common patrimony is this country. This is the country that we cannot be deported from. This is our country. This is our homeland. This is where our forefathers helped to build. So we all must unite around the government, around this president, and see if we can take this country to elections and come peacefully. And so I want to call on all our people to encourage peace and stability, to encourage dialogue. If you have any issues, let's talk about it. Let's dialogue and let's enhance these things from a very peaceful perspective.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you
very much. Thank you. NIMBA Kante, we on our way.
Yago NIMBA.
Yago NIMBA, yes.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah. I tell you,
how are you?
I always told you that you would never stop the Bayerns from celebrating. In fact, how can you stop them from celebrating after getting a back-to-back title? We have another son of NIMBA here right before our camera. He's going to properly introduce himself. Sir, welcome to KMTV. The microphone is all yours. The camera is all yours.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Welcome to KMTV.
Thank you very much.
You're celebrating. I don't know whether you will even say some words to us, but let's hear you. Welcome. Can you just introduce yourself?
I'm overly joyed. I'm Abdul Saimoagbe Moriba. I work with one of the sponsors, ArcelorMittal Liberia, and in Bayern, by father, by mother, by children, by everything.
By everything.
And interestingly, my wife is from LOFA.
But your wife from LOFA, the big LOFA, you just celebrating. Can you call your celebration?
She's a lady, so we gave them the keyboard because I'm a woman. So we the men and now the football for men, so we tell that one.
Tell that one.
Yeah.
All right, so how you feel about NIMBA County coming out victoriously over LOFA County?
I feel very happy, especially the way in which we qualify. Frankly speaking, we want to say hats up to LOFA County because they did well too when it comes to our qualification to town. But when NIMBA gets to town, it's a different football. Because we are talking about carpet this time around. We are not talking about the dusty field. Interestingly, we are not German shepherds, we are human beings, Samson. So we are the lion medicine.
So you conquer the lion, you stop the lion from doing anything.
Samson killed the lion, NIMBA killed the lion. The only thing now is the lion people go GB.
Okay, so wonderful for you. But let's know, what is your own view on the national county sportsman?
Thank you. I think that's a very important question. I've been thinking on this. If we look at the county league, it's the most popular, most supported league now. I think we need to move a step forward. What do we mean? We need to add female soccer to it. Instead of putting all the semi-final on one day, we can divide. Look, this going to semi-final. You can't have a popular contest like NIMBA, Magiri, Bon, LOFA. You put everything on one day. Put one Tuesday, put one Wednesday. Let contest league be a source of racing fun. And I also feel that contest league should be a round-robin thing. Every contest should play each other from one place to another. The last 8 comes to town and we conclude it. That should be another thing. Contest league now should be a national event where we can also raise for a stand for us to be creative in these things. Every contest league, see how the fee is packed. Put 50% into extra account. The 50% can take care of the league. In few years, I can tell you, if we follow that particular method, all the counties will have their own fee that is well equipped. In few years, just 10 years, if you can only be saving 50% from county league income, we'll be able to face all the fees in all the counties and improve sport in this country.
A lot of people say the money people spend on county meet are just free money because you spend whole money and you get $1 million Liberian as a cash prize. And both here just few money and so it's not just about the money. On the other side, other people look at the unity, the tranquility,
that's what we're saying
peace
now. No, what you're saying, we need everything. Actually, county league brings about. Like I told you, my wife is from LOFA. I'm from NIMBA. So as far as concerned, anyway it has gone, it was still going to remain my house. And you know, so like we're saying, we should promote the county league, but not just only the unity aspect. In fact, I think that county league should not just be Ministry of Youth and Sport. It should be a special committee set up. And there should be tranquility and how you call it, transparency when it comes to a country, how the forms are produced. Because all of these things at the end of the day, we don't see any good financial stuff. But we know the kind of money raised from here, we can promote sport in this country. With country league football.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Go and enjoy your victory.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I tell you.
Oh, Jesus.
So, folks, KMTV live, and we still remain here with you, sir. Please use the headphone. Welcome to KMTV.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yago NIMBA. A big victory for you against LOFA County here to keep your title tonight. I know you are excited, but tell us, what do other NIMBA or NIMBA citizens, especially those that are back home, how you feel that NIMBA County looks like tonight, like Sacré-Pied, Gompa, and Sanikole, the county's capital?
Okay, thank you very much. First of all, my name is Honorable Joseph Gwanda Kwasiegona White, here from District 5, NIMBA County. And as we speak tonight, NIMBA is the county of our country. NIMBA was just playing against 14 counties. And our brothers and sisters in Ganta, Sacré-Pied, Logwa, Sunny Kwale, Butuo, Biplay, Tapatan, Pabli District, in Kele, Zuodre, whatever. As we speak now, they are all celebrating because they know that county may bring unity. County may bring unity. So, tonight we are celebrating because NIMBA has been emerged victorious. But we are not only talking about victory. We're talking about unity in Liberia. This country is the only country that we cannot be deported from. We need unity to unite all Liberians. I saw a lot of things going on. Referee want to make himself right to other countries? No. The country meet there for everybody to prove themselves right. If NIMBA County can play, let them prove it on the field. We went to LOFA. We were defeated by the Lofian there, but we tried hard. We told them that Vayama is not only Liberia. When we reach the carpet, a different ball game. And today you see that NIMBA County, they defeated our guests first. We told them, okay, no problem, because you guys have to bring our inter right. You guys have because we were defeated by your, according to you people. But also we were intimidated. And we went far, we couldn't misbehave. We said, well, we will accept you guys, but let's reach to the carpet and you guys will be defeated. And today,
The lion, I thought you saw my single barrel?
No.
I brought my single barrel to the entrance. I was waiting for the lion.
lion.
But guess what? The lion said that I was staying there. After the lion shot, I fire with, you know what I call function? I have function in the barrel. And at the end of the day, I killed the lion.
Okay,
So
thank you.
we defeated them.
Thank you so much,
But
sir.
my recommendation to the Ministry of Youth and Sports is this. We need to be fair around here to know ourselves. We just renovated SKT Sport Complex. But a lot of things are going on here. If they sit there for 400% of VIP, it should be 400. But we saw the security bringing people in here and there. We that was sending to VIP said we understand, but what to do? We get into a survey and make recommendation to the Youth and Sport. They got to double their effort.
Thank you, sir.
Because a lot of things went on here. But the only thing I will tell you is that county meet is the lead that can unite the Liberians. We should continue the county meet, but we should make sure that everything be fair and free.
Thank
you. One thing, the DJ. The DJ that control the game today, I have problem with the DJ. Instead of starting from...
Let's try and be snappy like that.
Yeah, starting from Riverside again, I have problem. When a DJ play Bassa, not Bassa, but LOFA Sunday, no stop. Today, NIMBA County score goal number 2. They never sang that CMU. And that CMU, that is the CMU that can damage our opener. So I'm just appealing to them that when you can next county meet, be equal to play all counties music. Because we can encourage the people.
Thank you, sir.
Again, thank you very much for Kenya TV. You have been doing well. You have been covering this. I pray to God that the management will do well, that they will be taking care of you guys, that things will work out well for you people. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, folks. Wonderful. Here, and of course, we will now turn over to the proceedings of the ceremony, the awarding ceremony here. The Best Sports Award to Champions NIMBA. The best coach of the tournament is NIMBA County's head coach, Mota Fofana. Played 6 games, won 4, lost 1, and drew 1. And won the championship for the 2nd time. Best goalkeeper of the tournament, Eric Tiawan, the NIMBA County goalkeeper. Yes, that is obvious and well deserving. Eric Tiawan, the best goalkeeper of the tournament. He was very excellent for NIMBA County.
Next, we will have the best defender. He's Nelson Lamine.
Nelson Laume, the best defender of the NIMBA County. Left wing back is the best defender of the tournament, and the coach of NIMBA is the best coach. The goalkeeper is the best goalkeeper of the tournament. NIMBA County dominating everything here tonight. Sweeping the individual awards. Higher goal scorer, James Tapper, 6 goals, equal with Adam Kongwe, but stopped in the third place and also registered many assists, comparing it with Adam Kongwe. So Lofa County, James Tapper, he was the player of the tournament in 2021, and here he is the top scorer of the tournament. James Tapper. So James Tapper is the top scorer, the most valuable player of the tournament. Emmanuel CA, 16-year-old. Emmanuel CA is the most valuable player of the County Meet 2023 here. A wonderful tournament for him. 4 goals, that's 5 goals scored by him, and scoring 2 in the grand final to rescue NIMBA County, becoming the youngest ever player in the tournament. And as we have been having a special interview with citizens from NIMBA County, we are also honored and privileged to have in our studio a veteran Liberian journalist, Mr. Jonathan P. Lile, right here this evening. Good evening, sir. Welcome to KMTV.
Thank you so much. Good evening, and I'm glad to be in the studio this evening.
Okay, pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
And NIMBA County have come through victoriously.
Yes.
To become champions for the second time and winning their 6th title in the National County Sports Meet. I know you are excited.
I'm elated. I mean, I'm just proud to be a son of NIMBA, but this success didn't come by mistake. It wasn't an accident. We put our resources and time behind this, talking to the players and going to the camp and encouraging them, because they had a very difficult start in LOFA against the same LOFA that had been defeated this evening. But I was one person who said that all was not lost, and that NIMBA was going to come in, was going to emerge from LOFA County and do it very real in Monrovia. And so what has happened this evening is not surprising. So it just gives me reason to be happy that the NIMBA citizen.
Wow, and somebody said nobody can stop NIMBAians from celebrating tonight.
No, not
in fact, for the whole week.
I mean, this celebration is going to run from Sokopa to Logwato to Glole, Blodiala to Butuo. NIMBA County is going to boil. Literally boy. So now a celebration.
I like that.
Because there is a country of pride. You know, the people of NIMBA are very unique when it comes to supporting what belongs to them. And so the spirit that I saw in the camp yesterday when I went to see them practice, you know, and I came from there with the feeling that, look, this is a team to invest in. And if we put our weight behind the team, NIMBA County is going to even prove more to people than what is done this evening. And so, but even looking at other players, other teams too. I mean, LOFA County had a very good side. I only hope that people who are responsible for supporting the potentials in the country will not just have the games play and we'll go home to celebrate. Something should actually come of what we have been saying. Like LOFA County team, see the number 10, the guy wearing number 3. I saw River Said, for example. I mean, very brilliant guys. So if they carefully select the players and really give them some real training, I'm sure Liberia is going to get back on the map again. Like the last time we were very successful with the team that was nicknamed we are 11. We are 11.
We are 11.
So I think if they carefully go through the ranks and files of the people who have just performed in the finals of this thing, we can get a team that we can be proud of.
Okay, so on the overall, what has been your impression so far on the entire National County Sports Meet?
I think that the organization is very good. There's a need for improvement. SKD, for example, we see that the pitch is very good, but the lighting system has gotten problems.
Yeah, very poor.
Yeah, very poor. You know, at some point, the players were almost playing in an area like in the dark. And so we say hats off to Minister Sylvia Wilson and the team. They are doing wonderful work here. We got bucket season all around here now. It was never like that before. We have 6% to tickets and all these things. These are improvements. But we can only urge them to go to do more because our country is very old. We can't continue to be told that you are trying. So, but this is a good start, and we can only encourage them to do more so that FIFA, CAF, and all the international institutions will not have problem with us always to have a play our games away. Because when your country team is playing at home, it's an advantage for you.
They got some huge support from the fans.
From support, but at one point our World Cup qualifier, we got to go to Morocco, and so on and so forth. So, but what I see here is something to comment. But we need to give them a push, and the resources are put into making sure that these things are done. They should make sure that they have a plan to get the work done. So otherwise, I think they are doing their best.
So now that NIMBA County are champions, somebody want to know whether Mr. Pelele is having. I know you've been supporting the team. We just saw on the social media as I visited camp and donated $20,000 Liberian dollars. Yes. That was remarkable. But is there any package you also have for the after coming out as champions?
Well, what I did also in addition to $20,000 was to give them a symbolic football to the football authorities in NIMBA. And this football should always remind them about early preparation. We shouldn't wait for October to start recruiting players. So Floyd Thomas, who is very much instrumental in football development in NIMBA, to delivery of the football with my autograph, he said he's going to hang it in his office, and every time he looks at it, we'll be reminded that NIMBA County needs to start preparing, far ahead of other counties. And I'm looking forward. Now that I've even put myself forward to even run for a seat in the House of Representatives this year, I'm looking forward to a time that the NIMBA team will be taken out of the country for training, to have some test matches with other teams like in Ivory Coast or Guinea. This is going to happen, God willing, if I succeed in getting the House of Representatives. So in terms of package, we always take the trophy to NIMBA, and we see what we can do to appreciate the team, to get the encouragement to know that, but we need to build a team. It's not only NIMBA, the counties need to actually build their teams. I want a situation where if I'm in Maryland, I'm in Harper, someone should show me the captain of the Maryland team and their practice ground, that this is where the team practices, so that the counties should have their teams as opposed to having teams to represent the counties. Because a NIMBA team is different from a team representing NIMBA. And this should go to all the counties.
All right.
They shouldn't just play today, then the guy who featured for NIMBA County will be playing for LOFA next year. If someone who played for Bapulu will be playing for Bassa. So I think the counties should try to put resources into development teams so that so that if you are coming here to watch the game, you are sure of the team that you're going to see. You say, we'll beat this team. I mean, talk with assuring that you already know the team you are talking about. Otherwise, I can say for sure that we all come here hoping that our team will beat.
All right. Thank you so much, sir.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
All right. So he's Mr. Jonathan Pelele. He's a veteran Liberian journalist. He's, let me say, he's laid down his pen and now vying for a seat in the House of Legislature. So just to bring down curtain on everything that has been happening here today at the Samuel Carado Sports Complex, the 2022 and 2023 National County Sports Meet has officially come to an end, with NIMBA County emerging champions of the football for the second time and winning their 6th title in the competition. In the kickball, it was LOFA that retained their title. And so we want to say thank you so much to all of you who've been there with us from the very beginning of this tournament since the 17th of December. And even when we started the knockout phases, and I can tell you, the Nibians keep coming in. We have here Bob Yinua Kato. Mr. Kato, you're welcome to KMTV studio. I know you're still trying to set up. Let's welcome you.
It's a pleasure to be here with you again in your studio, in your main studio.
Okay.
And thanks for the good job that has been done, at least to keep our people who are away, especially our citizens that are in the diaspora, up to date with what is happening here at SKD.
The work has been done. It was a very long way coming, and finally, NIMBA County champions again. And I know you are just elected about what you saw here tonight at the SKD.
Sure, it did not come as any surprise to me. We had to be moderate with LOFA because LOFA actually was the reason why we came, so we allowed them to score the first goal.
To score the first goal.
And we could also allow them to score another goal. But the agreement was you bring us to town, we make sure you go back home. And so we have to do that safely because they are our brothers. We are all the North team.
You sound so interesting like that. Okay, so Mr. Kato, now NIMBA County are champions tonight. What could be your message to the Nimbayans as they prepare to celebrate this huge and remarkable success in the National County Sports?
First of all, every time I watch the county sports meet and I see NIMBA, coming to the final, and I see the entire Liberia galvanized against NIMBA. I have police from Bomi, Bapolo, Grand Judy. I have took photo with some of them that I've posted. All of them in LOFA County T-shirt. It tells me, in fact, one of my friends, from Bomi, he told me, my man, it's in NIMBA versus the Liberia. And so it gave me a sense of, oneness that indeed NIMBA County can hold together and there's no challenge insurmountable. We can overcome any form of challenge if we hold together as a county. And so that boils down to the saying of one of our founding fathers, the late Jason Fiado, who says a divided NIMBA is a weak and defeated NIMBA. The euphoria of the county meet and the support from cross-section of citizens, political, with no consideration whatsoever, whether you are for political background, political affiliation, all citizens of NIMBA support the team in my mind. If such spirit continues, NIMBA can get anything, whether it's the presidency, whether it's winning any different thing, NIMBA can just get there as long as we hold together as a county, like we can do for the county team.
Okay. Is there any other message you brought for Nimbayans tonight, or anything you want to say to Nimbayans who are watching all around the world, who are watching in NIMBA, who are watching across Liberia?
We can only say NIMBA has proven to be great again. I'm told, you are a good journalist, I'm sure you get a record. I'm told NIMBA always winning double.
Yeah, double.
NIMBA
3 times now they've won it double.
So NIMBA, always prove that she is great. And so I'm just encouraging our people to know that sport is a peace tournament. If you could recall, there were issues with Minister Zeka wasting a certain time.
Yeah, in 2020.
People said NIMBA should withdraw from the county meet and we should not be part of it. And I, chairing a One NIMBA movement, had an elaborate press conference. We said, okay, it was wrong based on SYZ reason, even the purple agenda for prosperity and development. The action of the minister to some extent undermined one of the pillars, but it does not amount to NIMBA County segregating herself from the rest of Liberia. And so, owing to the essence of the game, NIMBA cannot be by herself. So I'm glad that NIMBA bounced back strong, and NIMBA is now the champion, double champion. So NIMBA County, we cannot be defeated. Whatever the challenge is, whether people think we are dirty, they think we are weak, they think we are warrior, it's just good we hold together, and trust me, we can do better. And most of our sons and daughters are also harboring interest in Mosorado and other counties for the senatorial and representative seat. I'm sure that same spirit of support can continue. And trust me, NIMBA is not only going to get 11 persons elected in NIMBA, we can see more representatives and senators elected in other counties.
All right. Bob Yenoakato, I want to say thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Nathaniel, and God bless you. God bless Liberia.
Thank you. So, Bob Yenoakato, son of NIMBA. But let's see what we can also get a few words from Daniel Gartes Sr. He's been the media man for the NIMBA County Sports Steering Committee. Very, very hardworking and committed working young man. He's been there in the rain, in the sun. At a certain point in time, he'll almost be like crying. Daniel, the work has been done and the victory has been secured. NIMBA County are champions in the most historical fashion once again. What do you have to say?
Well, Nat, I will tell you thank you so much for inviting me on this huge platform that is witnessed all across the globe. And so it's a pleasure to be here with you. Thank you so much.
So tonight, the champions, the title has been retained. Though in the kickball, NIMBA did not come with the flying colors, but now you are champions at long last. I know this is the title that NIMBAians want to celebrate, and the celebration is so wild.
Even though this tournament is a 1 month tournament, but we consider it as a long journey, and this is what we wanted. Even though we wanted to have clinched the kickball and the football trophy,
you wanted double.
Yeah, but again, you can be disingenuous to your sister or your brother. So we allow LOFA to have, taking the kickball trophy, and we maintained our trophy. Almost similar thing that happened last year. LOFA won the kickball, we won the football.
And you won the football.
And so we decided, for them to carry the kickball back, and we take the soccer back to NIMBA County.
From the starting, it was tough, and a lot of people never had to believe. Now that it has come through, just a short message to NIMBAians, especially when they're looking forward that we'll soon be in December, we're talking about county meet again.
Well, not before giving a message, like you said, it started on shaky ground, but you've been following county meets, you know the history of NIMBA. Most often when NIMBA is about to win a trophy, either their first game or their second game, probably sometimes they lost or they draw. And so when we lost against LOFA, it served as a motivation. It sent a signal out to people that NIMBA is getting prepared. When we left from the group stage, many persons underestimated this team. That River said that qualified with 9 points, undefeated. They feared that LOFA, if our River Says could have crushed NIMBA. But we came and we got the job done against River Says, and today we are here. The only thing we can tell NIMBAians is thank you so much for their collective effort. This is not a one-man job. It's a job that was done by NIMBAians across the globe, because NIMBAians in the diaspora were collecting resources, sending it as a means of motivation to the soccer and the kickball team, even to the basketball team. And so it's a job, it's a job done by all NIMBAians. At this time, we would like to appreciate them. Their prayers, their meager resources are not going in vain. The journey we started, we have come to a successful end. Let every one of us gather now together and think about how we can celebrate this trophy. And like this National County Sports Meet is meant for peace, to unite people. This trophy should now serve as a means of uniting NIMBAians, that every one of us, we can come together, put our differences aside, and celebrate this trophy. Before you can come here, one thing I saw that actually supposed is a unifier is District number 4 lawmaker Gompo Kagon and the lawmaker emeritus Garrison Yeru. I saw the both of them, the last time against Mangibi when NIMBA school, the both of them stood together and they took a photo. I said, wow.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah, it was a wonderful thing. So we are just asking NIMBAians that every one of us should come together and celebrate this trophy. Let every one of us look at the bigger picture of one NIMBA.
All right. Thank you so much, Daniel.
It's a pleasure, and I am so much gratified for your invitation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, folks. KMTV Liberia has been a whole week of work. So hectic, so interesting, so wonderful. Nathaniel Success Tokwa, has been a very big pleasure, and always humbled and honored to be here to serve you. This is a voice that has been behind your commentary, and I want to appreciate the entire team too doing the technical work. Mr. Ronald P. Jackson, the CEO, Josiah Wie, Emmanuel Do Jayene, Ayesin Yiba, Mark Eric Gamoyu, Anthony Koku was here to do the commentary, and Marian Gabla, the rest of the people here. I want to say thank you, Nathaniel Success Tokpa. Have a great day. Those of you who came out as victors today, as champions, LOFA in kickball, NIMBA in football, go and celebrate. The National County Sports will continue to unify and unite Liberians. Bye-bye and have a great time.
This is more than just betting. They want you forced to win that all. Enjoy the Donkey Mile promo at Winners Incorporated and win up to 1,000 times your stake. They want you forced to win at all costs. Just place your multiple bet now and win. Even if that one thing spoil a ticket, you will still take something. With total odds of 200 and above of the remaining games, you can win up to 1,000 times your stake. Yeah, with Donkey Mile, one give second spoil a ticket, you stand a chance of winning. What are you waiting for now? Go and place your bet. Donkey Mile, only at Winners Incorporated, Liberia's #1 sport betting company. More win, no stress in cashing out. Get paid instantly, no delay, no handling fees. Winners Incorporated.